Everyone doing? Yeah.
Pretty good.
We're here for Shannon's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
How old are you? 36? You ever been to a 1-year-old's birthday party?
Yeah.
You ever notice how a 1-year-old's birthday party, they take the kid, strip him down to his diaper, practically naked, put this little tiny cake in front of him, and they smash their face into him and cover themselves in cake. Yeah. Why do we stop there? I think every birthday we should be stripped naked and fed cake. Absolutely. Now who's drinking? Woo! Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people. What are you drinking over there?
Pink.
You're in the pink.
Oh, Walmart.
Yeah? How long you been drunk?
About an hour.
About an hour.
How long haven't been one?
Nobody can ever answer that question. You ever notice people in recovery? You know, they can tell you down to the exact moment, down to the exact minute how long they've been sober. Just once. I want to walk into a bar and see some guy holding up a beer going, I've been a drunk for 6 years, 5 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, 24 minutes and 15 seconds. 16 seconds. I really want to go up and give that guy a pat on the back and say, way to stick with it, dude, because they need their congratulations too. Absolutely. Absolutely. So a little bit about myself. I'm 36 years old, and the biggest accomplishment in my life is telling jokes at the Leesport Farmers Market. Well, my parents are proud of me. They are. Yeah, I can't quite understand that one. You know, I have a sister who's an accountant. My other siblings have given her grandchildren, and they're proud of the bipolar, tattooed, pothead lesbian telling jokes. So glad the bar wasn't set too high. So glad. I actually had to give up hard drinking. I'm drinking wine coolers.
Pretty good.
I used to get into confrontations with people. I got into a confrontation with a midget. I held him down and force-fed him a mushroom while screaming, "Grow, Mario, grow!" Those suckers can really bruise your kneecaps. I used to drink so much, I would try anything. Any new drink I heard of, I would try. I once walked into a bar and ordered a glass of Responsibly on the rocks. Yeah, I got a glass of ice and a number to the local cab company. I'm used to having a stool to put my drink on.
No midgets here.
I know you did, but I put the wine cooler down and it started to slide. So that's not really conducive for drinks. just to let you know. So, I graduated from Ole. I'm originally from Berks County, but I live near Philly now. And one thing I realized from growing up in Berks County is you lead a pretty sheltered life. I didn't realize how sheltered though, so I took a trip to New York City. And I'm wandering around in a Hasidic Jewish neighborhood, and I see a Hasidic Jewish gentleman, and the first thought that comes to my mind, and subsequently out of my mouth, is, holy shit, there's Amish in New York. My girlfriend at the time was Jewish, so that relationship lasted another 15 minutes.
That's okay.
And then, well, I do have a girlfriend now. We've been together 6 years. Anybody do online dating? You do online dating, or you have done online dating?
That's how we met.
What site?
Plenty of Fish.
Oh, there you go. That's free. Exactly. That's where I met my girlfriend. PlentyofFish.com. And you know what? It is a totally free dating site. You don't have to pay a dime to meet anybody on this site. After 6 years, she still bitches that I don't take out the trash, I don't paint the house, I don't do the dishes, whatever the shit may be. That's like, you know what? You got what you paid for. If you wanted someone who was a little more responsible and took life a little more seriously, you should have paid for a membership to Match.com. You are not going to find that on a free dating site. Not at all. I do a lot of air travel. I like going to various places, and I hate layovers in airports. I always end up buying a bunch of shit I do not need. I've acquired an entire shot glass collection because I end up buying a shot glass from every airport I've ever been in. I picked up a shot glass in Salt Lake City, and it says, "Eat, drink, be merry," because tomorrow you may be in Utah. Well, thanks a lot, because that information would have been useful yesterday, because now today I'm just hungry, thirsty, and miserable in freaking Utah. Security's a pain to get through too, it really is. I got stopped going through security at Denver Airport. And they searched my bag. They pulled me out. They pulled my bag out. They're like, "Is this your bag?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, we need to look through it." They're like, "Do you have a thermos or something in there?" And I got a travel mug I picked up. All right, so they pulled out this travel mug, and they're looking the whole thing over, putting it under UV rays. I don't know. I guess they make bombs out of travel mugs these days. But I have no idea. But they handed me the mug back, put it back in my bag, sent me on my merry little way. Well, I was so shaken up because this has never happened to me before. I thought I was going to jail. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen next. So, you know, I was really nervous wreck. So I immediately reached in my bag and pulled out my marijuana candy and ate that. Because I'm getting stopped for a travel mug while I'm trafficking pot. So much for security. I do love my weed. I do. You know what I'm talking about. With those sunglasses on in a dark room, you're either high or Stevie Wonder. And since you're not black, I'm going to go with the first one. Yeah, I do love my weed. I go out to Boulder, Colorado for 420. I was just out there this last 420, and you know it's going to be a really good 420 when your best friend wakes up first thing in the morning and comes out of her room and sits down and says, "Are we going to get so stoned we have to make a list?" Yes, we are. So we make the list, and top priority on that list is bring list. And then I think it's so cool, so I photograph the list and post it on Facebook so everybody can see what we're doing that day. And then we get in the car and we go downtown Boulder and get out of the car to wander around and forget the list. But the whole time we're wandering around, nobody remembered that I photographed this list and put it on Facebook and could have looked at my phone at any time. So we got wandering around Boulder for hours, which was great. I can't roll a joint to save my life. I can't do it. So I had to hire somebody to do it for me. So I got one of those clowns that make balloon animals. And they roll awesome joints. Earlier today I smoked a giraffe. So great. No, I really don't buy that, you know, pot is a gateway drug. Never once have I smoked a joint and said, "Hey, you know what this is missing? Some heroin. I'm going to go do a line after this." Never happened. I think the only thing it leads to is Doritos, maybe Taco Bell. You can always tell a stoner in Taco Bell because they're standing there going, "You're going to make my taco out of Doritos? I love you." I also don't believe that marijuana causes memory loss. I'll tell you why I don't believe that. I don't believe it because, yeah, you know, it's really not important why I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. If pot is a gateway drug, there's a hell of a lot of people giving back alley blowjobs for Doritos. I've never seen that happen. Not once. For anybody who doesn't know, everybody know my brother Lewis? Yeah. Yeah. I've been doing comedy for almost 2 years now, and this is the first time he's actually seeing me live, so I have to pick on him. He is the reason, he is the poster child for stay in school. Yeah. He really is. When he was in school, he rode the bus, and he would never get his homework done on time. And when he was asked why he would never get his homework done on time, his answer was because the back of the bus gets there after the front does. We were in the middle of a drought one summer, and you know the wells were all getting low, and they're telling us to conserve water, conserve water. Go outside one day, the well was like right next to our house, a cement slab. He's got the hose hooked up, dumping it into the cement slab where the well is. What are you doing? Filling the well? Took a motorcycle trip up north. What is it, New Hampshire you were going? Yeah. Took a motorcycle trip up to New Hampshire. And goes, "We gotta find the state of New England to get clam chowder." Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. This is the first time I'm doing a private party. You're all a great audience. So a round of applause. Anybody have dogs here? Was that you? Because it was kind of under the table? What kind of dog do you have? Dachshund. I said a dog. It's like I can't even call that a cat masquerading as a dog.
The cat's bigger than him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a mouse. Mouse. Real dogs. Anybody got real dogs?
Rottweiler.
Right, there you go. That's a real dog. That's a real dog. We have 2 dogs. We got a black lab mix. We had to get him to prove we weren't racist. Our second dog is giving us a hell of a lot of problems lately. She keeps chasing the Jewish kids around the neighborhood. I think she's taking being a German Shepherd a little too seriously. I wanted to dress her up for Halloween and put her in a little SS uniform. And my girlfriend said I couldn't do that because that's not very politically correct. And I said, you know what, I hate political correctness. Ever since they said illegal aliens are now undocumented immigrants, I can't call my drug dealer an unlicensed pharmacist. There's just something not right with that at all. I have a very diverse group of friends, and it's actually paid off. It's paid off. I locked my keys in my truck. And I did this at work, so there were 5 guys standing outside of work the next morning trying to get my keys out of my truck, and the one guy who did it was my Puerto Rican buddy. Yeah. 10 minutes flat, he had my keys out of my truck, and I had new rims and fuzzy dice. Awesome. He's my new best friend. Of course, now if my truck ever goes missing, I'm screwed because I don't know where he lives. So, everybody from here? From this area? No. Where are you from? Bloomsburg? Yeah, the big fairs up there. I've been to that once. I remember I went there, and the first stand I came to was the bottle toss stand, the ring toss. And I bought a bucket of rings. I was with my ex, bought a bucket of rings. The very first ring I threw, I won. So, of course, she expected 50 more prizes. Didn't work out that way at all. So, throw me out a topic. Anything.
Don't eat after midnight.
I know you got something over there.
I guess we're staying away from politics.
Politics! Politics! I saw in the news this past week how Chris Christie squashed that spider. Everybody hear about that? He squashed a spider in a classroom full of kids. You're clapping for that? I know, I was actually kind of shocked that made it on the news. I'm like, really? We have nothing better to talk about than Chris Christie squashing a spider. But anyway, it's a good thing for comedians because we get to make fun of crap like that. I don't understand why everybody was so upset about it, because there's a long-running history of Republicans trying to keep the little guy down. I mean, that little spider will now never know the achievement of climbing that water spout.
Give it a second.
Dare I ask, any Obama supporters?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I just did a Republican joke in a room full of Republicans. Oh, well. I actually heard somebody refer to Obama as our coffee-colored president. Yeah. And I thought, you know what, that is the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life. He's very obviously coffee with cream. Yeah. So, I'm going to bring, where is Maddie?
Outside smoking, probably.
Outside smoking. Okay, well then I'll fill some more time here.
Oh, no, here he comes.
Oh, he's coming up now? Alright, I'm going to bring him up. This guy, I have known him for, what, 15, 16 years? Something like that, a very long time. 17 years. Wow, yeah, I've known him for 17 years. We used to do the poetry circuit together, and now we do the comedy circuit together. We do a lot of shows in the Berks County area and stuff. We co-host an open mic at Lula Hookah and Dessert Bar in Exeter, first and third Fridays of every month. Please welcome to the stage one of my best friends, Maddie Whipple.